Let's cut through the noise right now. We are standing at the edge of the biggest economic earthquake since the Industrial Revolution. And if you're listening to this in your car, on a run, or while you're grinding at work, lean in close. Because 90% of people, they're sleepwalking toward obsolescence, not because they're lazy, not because they're stupid, but because they don't realize the rules of the game just got rewritten overnight. AI isn't coming. It's already here. And it's not just coming for factory workers or truck drivers. Nah, this thing is gunning straight for the white-collar elite. The lawyers, the bankers, the marketers, the coders. Bloomberg's reporting that AI could automate 67% of tasks done by sales reps and 53% of market research work, compared to barely 21% for their managers. The entry-level jobs, the ones you climb to build a career, gone, poof, vanished. And the World Economic Forum just dropped this bomb. 40% of employers plan to shrink their workforce where AI can take over. Now, I know what you're thinking. Urbice, that sounds like doomsday cult stuff. But hold up, this isn't speculation. This is from the architects of the damn apocalypse. Dario Amodei, CEO of Anthropic, one of the giants building these AI models, sat down with Axios and said it straight. AI could wipe out half of all entry-level white-collar jobs in the next 1 to 5 years. Unemployment spiking to 10% maybe. Even 20%, that's Great Depression-level chaos. And he's terrified because nobody's listening. CEOs are silent, politicians are clueless, workers unaware. He said, and I quote, "It sounds crazy, and people just don't believe it. But let's look at the blood already on the floor. 77,999 tech jobs axed in the first half of 2025 alone. That's 491 people losing their livelihoods to AI every single day. Microsoft is slashing 6,000. Walmart is cutting 1,500 corporate roles. CrowdStrike laying off 500, calling it an inflection point 29. This isn't a wave, people, it's a tsunami. So why will 90% be left behind? Here's the brutal breakdown. First, the grunt work graveyard. For decades, entry-level jobs were the proving grounds. You did the boring stuff, the data entry, the doc review, the cold calls, and you learned the ropes. But guess what? AI eats boring for breakfast. Final Round AI is reporting that over 7.5 million data entry jobs will vanish by 2027. Klarna's AI does the work of 700 customer service reps. IBM's Ask HR handles 11.5 million interactions a year with almost zero humans, 39. And it's not just replacing tasks, it's vaporizing the entire career ladder. No more junior analysts grinding spreadsheets. No more paralegals sifting through case law. That bottom rung, sawed off. Bloomberg screaming about a talent pipeline crisis. How do you build future leaders if there's nowhere to start? 12. Second, the broken hiring machine. You ever feel like your resume is getting sucked into a black hole? That's because it is. 99% of Fortune 500 companies use AI to screen applicants. And these systems aren't just ruthless, they're racist. University of Washington researchers tested 3 top AI hiring tools and found white-sounding names got favored 85% of the time. Black male names, 0% preference, never. Not once. Women over 55? Automatically rejected. A deaf indigenous woman with a master's degree got denied promotion because an AI flagged her communication style 9. It's automating bias on an industrial scale. And the psychological toll? Devastating. People are sending out 162 applications just to land one job. 49% rejected offers because the hiring process felt so dehumanizing. You're not fighting for a job against other humans anymore. You're fighting an algorithm designed to exclude you. Third, the skills mirage. Here's where it gets insidious. You think you're safe because you've got a degree, a certification. Think again. AI doesn't care about your pedigree. McKinsey's new data shows skills for AI-exposed jobs are changing 66% faster than other roles. What you learned last. year is already obsolete, and the jobs we thought were safe, creative work, strategy, even coding, are crumbling. Meta's Zuckerberg told Joe Rogan point blank, "Probably in 2025 we'll have an AI that can effectively be a mid-level engineer." He then promptly cut Meta's workforce by 5%. Wall Street's planning to replace 200,000 banking jobs. Law firms are bracing for 44% of the legal profession to get automated 39. The brutal truth. If your job involves processing information, following procedures, or making routine decisions, you're on the extinction list. But, and this is a huge but, you're listening to this, which means you're not in the 90%. You're in the 10% who adapt, who evolves. Who turns this crisis into your rocket fuel? How? Let's get tactical. First, become a hybrid hustler. Specialists drown, hybrids thrive. Elon didn't win by being the best rocket scientist or payment guru. He merged physics, finance, and aerospace. My favorite example, Maria, an ex-neurosurgeon who learned Python and pivoted to AI health tech. Her startup got acquired for $230 million. Why? She spoke medicine and machine. Your move? Fuse two unrelated skills. Barber plus TikTok analytics. You're now a scalp health micro-influencer. Teacher plus AR design. You're building holographic classrooms. Deloitte found that hybrids out-earn specialists by 217%. AI replaces tasks. You build bridges between islands. Second, weaponize unsafe creativity. Safe ideas are suicide in the AI age. ChatGPT recycles, it doesn't rage against the machine. Look at Balenciaga, they put models in trash bags, critics howled, and revenue spiked 40%. Why? Dissonance disrupts. Your tactic? Schedule vandalism hours. Every Thursday, break one rule at work. Mail a handwritten rant to the CEO. Pitch an absurd product. One engineer at 3M scribbled adhesive on hymnals and created post-its. Gartner says 78% of execs crave constructive rebels. 4. AI avoids risks. You detonate them. Third, master empathy hacking. Robots can't cry. That's your superpower. When Airbnb did layoffs, CEO Brian Chesky didn't email, he hosted one-for-one Zoom funerals for every fired employee. Retention in survivors skyrocketed. Why? He plugged into primal grief. Your toolkit? Practice emotional jujitsu. Mirror body language. Paraphrase pain. Sounds like you're drowning in ambiguity. Stanford proved high empathy leaders boost team productivity by 138%. Bots analyze sentiment. They don't feel it. You connect. Fourth chase, the 56% premium. PwC's Global Jobs Barometer has a golden stat. Workers with AI skills command 56% higher wages than those without, up from just 25% last year. 5. This isn't about becoming a machine learning PhD. It's about fluency. Can you prompt engineer Claude or GPT to draft a legal brief? Fine-tune an AI agent to manage social media? Build a no-code workflow? These are the bilingual skills paying premiums right now. Ignore them, and you're cashiering your value. Learn them, and you're writing your ticket. 5th, anticipate or die. Forget reacting. Winners see fires before they start. Nurses who stockpiled ventilators before the COVID surge didn't just do their jobs. They rewrote triage protocols. Study chess grandmasters. They simulate 10 futures at once. Spend 20 minutes a day scenario gaming disasters. What if our supplier collapses? What if TikTok replaces Google search? McKinsey data shows anticipators get promoted 340% faster. Bots solve problems. You smell smoke in the wind. Look, I won't sugarcoat it. The Dallas Fed tries to calm nerves, saying maybe this won't happen as fast as we fear. But hope isn't a strategy. Awareness. Is the companies surviving, thriving aren't waiting? They're the 1% PwC calls mature, fully integrating AI into workflows, not just dabbling. And you? You need to ask yourself tonight, am I building skills a robot can't replicate? Am I fusing domains? Am I leading with humanity in a world gone algorithmic? The future isn't about working against AI. It's about working beyond it. The 90%, they'll be casualties of comfort. The 10%, you're the architects of your own salvation. So start building. This is Urbice ASSOGBA. Stay shop, stay human, and stay employed.